Hello, is this the Australian Embassy in Shanghai? Perfect. I'd like to report a kidnapping, please. Yep, in China. Yep. Yeah, Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist. Oh, no, it's not that sort of journalist kidnapping. No. No, it's just Lord Yang. He's trying to get me back to manage his club. Yeah. Yeah, he's holding him at his house. Yep. Yeah, there's a dungeon in his basement. A dungeon? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, this isn't a prank. Just send someone around, will you? Hello? Hello? Well, I tried, Chaz. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 2 of the World Tour at Sport Boys in Peru. And I'm not sure if things are going worse for us or for Chaz right now, because honestly, since last episode where we played our first competitive game and got a win, it's gone bad. We're actually getting worse, guys. We are actually getting worse. First game is against Universidad Técnica de Caramarca. And to be honest, we didn't play that badly in this game. We just defended poorly. We didn't take chances. Rolando Castro got the goal for us. So I have a quick look at his attributes. I think he's probably the second best striker at the club right now. Only 19, which is good because that sort of helps with the underage minutes as well. But you can see it was a relatively even game. It was just they had the better players. We missed so many. Well, you can see how many chances we missed. About 10. Yeah, so that was really, really disappointing. Then we played Alianza Lima, and we got a little bit of a hiding in this one, if I'm honest. You can see we've been playing sort of Wednesday weekends, which means we've necessarily had to rotate, which in a way is good because I've had a chance to sort of see all the players. But in this game, we weren't great. They had 2 penalties, I think, which actually flattered them a little bit. But you can see our match ratings weren't great. They had a lot more of the attacking play than we did. Possession, we're doing okay. But yeah, the 2 penalties did flatter them, and a second-minute penalty didn't help, and sort of the commentary said that it was a dive, so that's not great. Then we played Melgar, and this was, again, we just continued to get worse. You can see our goalkeeper was our best player, never a good sign. Again, possession, we're doing okay, we're just not doing anything with it. And again, look at those player ratings. It's only sort of one team that's playing well, and we just didn't create anything. And the fact that we've been playing sort of Monday, well, not Monday, but Wednesday, Sunday means that we haven't had as much time on the training ground as I would like. If we look at the league table, we're roughly where you'd expect us to be down there. Thank God we have that one win because it's sort of keeping our head above water right now. So this episode we're playing Universidad de Deportes, who are top, but we're playing Municipal, who are bottom. So big games for different reasons, these two, I'd have to say. Now, we have done a little bit of transfer business as well. Not too much as of yet because we don't really have the money to do it. Now, we did end up getting in Renzo Quadros here. This was a guy that our assistant manager found. It was more or less a done deal last time. You can see he's got good potential. He's in the reserves right now. There is actually, I think, quite a good ball-winning midfielder in there because he's got tackling of 15. The aggression and bravery is there as well. Positioning and teamwork. For a 16-year-old, I think there is actually a good ball-winning midfielder in there. But, yeah, it's not quite ready for the first team yet, I don't think. Then the 2 that we have signed, you can see we've spent a little bit of cash on these guys. 45 grand for Alexis Colosio. We needed someone to play left, somebody else to play left back. 31 years old, this guy. Wouldn't ideally have liked to have paid so much, and he's on a bit of cash as well on a 3-year contract, but we really, really needed somebody else to come in and play left back. And this guy's not bad. Physically, he's fine. Mentally, he's fine. The only thing he lacks technically is getting forward. His crossing and dribbling aren't great. But, you know, I had to kind of overlook that to just get in a solid defensive left back, because that's really where we're lacking right now. And then Vasco Fry, love the name. This guy, you can see, he can play as an advanced playmaker or as a left winger. He's probably more of an inside forward because he can't really cross the ball, but he's left-footed, so he's kind of got to stay out wide in that sense. But decent dribbling, decent first touch, passing and vision are good, technique's good. He sort of cover a few positions. He's not really a striker because he's only got finishing of 5. But he's Peruvian, he's 25, so he's not too old. We didn't pay too much for him. So overall, yeah, it's just building a squad right now, and that's what we're doing. So relatively okay. You can see that fee's rising. There's 50 league appearances, and I think 50 league goals is what will rise that up for him. Now, let's have a look at the team that we are sending out for this first game. I don't think there's anything else of note to mention. We have got a couple of guys in on trial. a goalkeeper here, Brazilian goalkeeper. I don't know that he's that much better than what we have already. His handling isn't good. He's a little bit better, but as far as a foreign player goes, I'm not sure we want to do that just yet. This is a guy I'm interested in signing, to be honest. Kaikwe, I guess you'd pronounce it. Just in terms of a defender, the basic stats aren't too bad. But he's a beast in the air, good strength, good pace. So I think just physically, I'd like to get him in, even if it's just on a 1-year deal. But we'll have another go. His contract demands are just exorbitant. He wants he wants to be our best paid player by quite a distance. And you can see we don't really have the money to do that right now. We are at our wage limit. I've had to sort of jig around the finances to get that done. So, or to get sort of any to even up the keel. You'll see we're still marginally over by £100 a week, but we can change that around if we have to. So finances are generally going well. I don't feel like I'm in the position to ask for more money right now, and you can see the dressing room atmosphere is really taking a hit as well. Team cohesion's okay, manager support's still there. It's just so many losses in a row. We've got to remember that we were expected to struggle, so it's not as though what is happening is unexpected, but it's been a bit of a struggle so far. So this is the team that we're sending out. We're kind of finding something that's heading towards our best team. Zubajek is in goal right now. He played really well last game, so we're going to give him another go. Colosso, Mosquera, Ortiz, and Andia. Andia is so much better than Chavez, right? Chavez is just playing absolutely horribly. You'll notice we've got a little bit more conservative in midfield. Onkoi, as an anchor man right now, has that shirt. Guaven and Quaruga sort of in a deeper roles in midfield. Perez and Halpraya as the wingers, with Cantoro up top. Alright, we can see the way they're lining up. Now, given that this is top of the league, it's going to be tough. We're at home, so hopefully we'll be able to get something done. It's time to put a poor run of fixtures to an end. I know we're the underdogs. I've sort of been toying around with different... we need to step up and put an end to these recent run of bad results. I've sort of been toying around with team talks, trying to find something that works. We'll have a quick glance at the tactics. I'm conscious that this episode is going to go a little bit too long, but you can see we're sort of going for just be more disciplined right now. Still with the shorter passing, though, we might try actually going a little bit more direct this time. Still trying to work the ball into the box because we're not getting that many chances, so I'd rather them be good ones, but we might need to revisit that. Because we're being more disciplined, I'm just going with the counter press, because we shouldn't have everybody going forward. So we should, in theory, still have a relatively good defensive shape to then go and try and win the ball back. We're still trying to distribute out of the back, but we might look to go to the flanks. Still toying with that. And we're just trying to be a high line, but really compact, so that teams can't just sort of play through us. We haven't gone with get stuck in just yet. I don't like it. I feel like you just seem to miss tackles when that happens, or certainly on highlights that tend to lead to goals, you seem to miss tackles. So we're not going with that just yet. But again, I'm still kind of trying to figure out the best way for us to play here. Free kick, that should be okay. It's a long way out to be scoring from there, really, isn't it? Let's give it a get creative. I'm hoping, having you guys back, that it'll motivate the team and we'll see a better performance. But we've genuinely been getting worse the more games we played, which is really disappointing, obviously. But yeah, we had this problem when we started at Placebo, if you remember, where we couldn't score. We went on a horrible run to start with, and then things clicked. So it's sort of a situation where we've just got to trust that things will click at some point. But I'm hoping now, not having sort of 3 games a week too, we'll be able to play a more consistent... Look at our manager's going for it on the sideline over there. Play a more consistent team again. Oh, what is that? What is that? Oh, that's really annoying. That's really annoying. I mean, what can you... That's not my fault. I'm just going to throw it out there. This isn't my fault. What is Mosquera doing? Good save first up. And then he just stood there and looked at his error, which just made it that much worse, didn't it, really? Come on, boys. Oh, not concentrate. Wanted to say show some passion there, but didn't happen. Come on, boys. Let's... Sensible passes, please. I mean, we don't need to be doing this here. I mean, what are we... I mean, they're backing off us, so it doesn't really matter. But what are we achieving by doing that? All right, here goes Karuga. What can he do? He is our best player, I think. Nice little layoff there for the winger. Get some space to run into. That's not a good... Oh, Perez! I thought he was going to shoot, and they were saying that's not a good shot. But it was a... I don't know if it was a shot. It looked more like a pass, and Perez has found the back of the net. Second goal of the year. We only score when you're watching. There won't be a goals of the month because we didn't score any. We scored one. But I'm not going to do a goals of the month for one. That's actually a really good pass, and first time for Perez as well. Really, really good stuff. Let's give it a demand more, and we are back on level terms against top of the table right now as well. Oh, that's good stuff. One shot, one goal. Colosseo! Oh, decent. It's still there for Kentoro. Back for Colosseo. And that is a decent tackle. And I was worried for a second there we might find ourselves on the back of a counter-attack, but not to be. Let's give it another get creative here. The reason that Fry isn't starting is that he's match fatigued. That's what I was sort of in the process of saying, I think, is that hopefully now just having one game a week for the next little while. Can we get that back? Can we get that back? We can. Nicked beautifully. Mosquera picks the pass for Goiven. Oh, it's there for Onkoi. There for Onkoi. Karuga again! Oh, it's off the crossbar! How unlucky can we be? Well, what I'm trying to say is that we should be able to get a more consistent team going now instead of having to rotate constantly. And having match fatigued players, so that should benefit us, I think. Especially, we can start and build up some partnerships and toy around with, this guy doesn't work with this guy, so let's try, player 3 kind of thing. So, I think that will benefit us, but time will sort of tell on that one, I guess, won't it? I've been slowly increasing the number of scouts at the club. We're up to 5 scouts now, so we can start and get some scouting reports coming in. I did have a look at the Peruvian youth international teams. Mosquera's done well to win that. So we've scouted a couple of youngsters that are in there, but given that we don't really have any money right now, well done, Horpaya. Can he get a ball into the box? He can, but it's not a great one. It's there for Goiven. Have it, mate. Have it! Hey! Jordan Goiven! First goal of the year. Is it his first goal for the club? I don't know because we've only been here for this year. But suddenly, before the break, we find ourselves 2-1 up. And believe me, guys, there was nothing that I had seen from this team that suggested this was coming. It's a good finish, isn't it? Took it well from the edge of the area. And suddenly, maybe we could do a goals of the month, but it would just be replaying the goals of this episode. I don't care if you're overwhelmed. You need to concentrate. That's been a problem for us. So there we go. I have kind of abandoned the youth team. How are we in front? We have no right to be in front in this game. I'm not worried so much now about playing youth players because we are kind of, just by fact of we have a relatively small squad right now playing youth players anyway. So I'm not forcing that. What do we say? Do we say things that go, or do we say don't get complacent? I think it's got to be don't get complacent because, we can see we still haven't played well. It's just for whatever reason, the tactics that we've hit on here are working, which is good. It's about time I found something that kind of worked. And it's really difficult, sort of, because your initial instinct is just change everything. We'll change everything. That didn't work. Let's try something completely opposite. But that doesn't help you, does it? Because you don't actually find out. You've got to sort of change things slowly, like one thing at a time to see what does and doesn't work. So, yeah, I know we did have passing. I just make a note here. We did move passing to standard, so that might be something we need to look to do in the tactic before we go in, so that stays permanently. That should be easy to cut out. It is, but it's still with Universitario de Deportes or whatever it was called. Municipal is winning, so now they're the team we're playing next, and they were bottom of the table. So, not good signs there, potentially. Come on, win that, Mosquera. He's won it, but lost it then. Oh, just past the post. And you got to think, too, the goal that they scored, we gave it to them. It was an absolute gift. So, let's try this and encourage. Perez has picked up an injury. Let's not muck around with that. We have Chavez on the bench. He hasn't played well as a fullback. Maybe he'll do more as a winger. You never know. We'll make that change. Hopefully that's not too serious, because Perez, well, he scored 2 goals now. He's our most consistent goal scorer. Get that away. Keeper's done well to claim that. Yeah, so that's hopefully, as I said, not going to be too serious. I'm really disappointed we've been conceding so many goals with the anchorman in there, because the whole reason of playing an anchorman, or the whole point of it, is to try and sort of prevent goals from going in. Good ball for Quaruga there. Out for Casilio going wide. Oh, so much space! So much space! And we've scored a really, really good team goal through Quaruga. And what is to be Quaruga? I think that's how you pronounce it. Otherwise, I'm just making a complete fool of myself. But the foghorns go off as Quaruga gets the goal. Good ball in from Casillo, wasn't it? And Quaruga got himself in so much space there in the box. Let's give it a concentrate. Let's make sure that we don't over-celebrate that. Now, the funny thing here, it's not that funny, but weird thing is that we're really being outpossessed, but we're looking a lot more dangerous in the process. So maybe the standard passing is something that, that is actually working for us. Because I was thinking, try and keep the ball. If we have the ball, then the other team doesn't. But maybe right now, where we are with the club and with the players, we just need to, be a bit more mixed up. Chavez. He should be one of our better players, judging off his attributes. And he's a poor trainer as well, which doesn't help. It always, you guys don't see that, so it's, you don't get as annoyed with it. Oh, as I do. But that's not the best defending there. Bit too much space there. And Dia has been one of our better players. Let's give it a show some passion. Oh, just kept that in. Cut in field and just backing off them a little bit too much. It's a good finish from a tight angle. The keeper, he couldn't have done too much more, could he? Mosquera is not having a good game. It's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. And this is... Welcome, guys. Welcome to Sport Boys. So this is what it's like. We have been working, I can't remember if it was before this game or after this game, on defending set pieces. That was absolutely horrid. What do we say? Let's try demand more. Mosquera is not having a good game. I'm going to take him off, which I might live to regret, to be honest, because he's one of our better defenders. But let's just go no nonsense, actually. Anything else we want to do here? Fry is match fatigued, but our left guy winger there is not playing well, so we'll make that change as well. It was all looking so good at 3-1, and are we going to go and throw this all away? Come on, get that away, boys. It's there. Can we go on the counter-attack now? Come on, Chavez, do something worthwhile. Chavez, he goes early. It's a horrible part. I mean, you can see what he was trying to do, but it wasn't well executed, was it? Come on. Oh, that's so disappointing. We actually were looking good, and that's the most disappointing thing about it, isn't it? We looked like we had a clue. Diaz with not a good header there. And a through ball. Oh my god, we're so bad. We're so bad. I know, I saw that they went to more attacking. I don't really understand what we can do differently for this. This is just... It's just poor defending, isn't it? We're not going with them. Demand more. I don't know. This is the problem, is that it starts going wrong, and then you can just see the players just... I mean, this is partly to do with the fact that, the dressing room atmosphere is absolutely horrible right now. We really, really need a win to start and boost that up a bit. I can't do a team meeting yet. We haven't been at the club long enough. This is a nice little interplay there, isn't it? Andrea, can he get across in? He can't. Guaven can. Second time of asking, but it's straight at the keeper. What else can we do here? Long ball forward. We should be able to get to that. We can. Ortiz has done really well there. We go wide to Fry. Fry brings it down. Can he pick a man out in the box? Go on, Fry. He dinks it in, back post, it's headed away, it's there for Onkoi, have it mate, oh, it's off the post, it's there, Cantoro! Is he onside? I think he's onside, it's 4-4, it's 4-4, what a game this has been, and can we, I tell you what, I take a point at this right now, to be honest. Decent ball in, Onkoi, unlucky there, wasn't it, off the post, but Cantoro kept himself onside. I'm going to try praising. I haven't had much of an opportunity to praise them, to be honest. So we'll try it. We've overwhelmed them with praise. Now we need to defend from the corner. Wait, we've done okay there. Chavez finishes it off. Okay, Ken Fry go on a bit of a run here. We saw he can dribble. He's playing it sensibly, though. That was actually really, really well done, wasn't it? Well done, Fry. Guaven out for Chavez. You can hopefully now you can kind of see my frustration with Chavez. It's been picked up by Onkoi. That's exactly what the anchor man should be there to do. That's not a great pass. This is becoming a long highlight, and I'm just kind of sensing the sucker punch coming, if I'm honest. Ball goes out. That means Chavez has to defend, and we know he's horrible. Ball into the box. Oh! I mean, at least we're scoring. That's something. But defensively, we're absolutely horrid. We are absolutely horrid. Let's give it a push forward. Let's go attacking. I mean, I feel like all we're doing at this point is just opening ourselves up for more goals to go in against us. 5-4. I mean, Chavez, it's just woeful, isn't he? 6 minutes. I don't think anything's going to happen here, is it? Can we give it one last push forward? This is it. I can't remember what I had set training up for this week. It's going to be defensive training. I mean, look at those goals. 9 goals in a game. But again, defensively, we were absolutely just, I'll say unlucky, but we were horrible. We were horrible defensively, just to clarify. We looked okay at times going forward. We looked quite good at times going forward. Just a small injury for Perez. He should be fine for the next one. Fryer makes his debut. Guys, wait right there. Lots of work on the training ground on defense this week. Hopefully we'll see that show off when we play Municipal in just a moment. Okay, welcome back. Now, the problem with a 9-goal first game is that we're going to be running overtime here. You can see that we are not favourites for this game yet again. We're in poor form and we are stone motherless last in the group. So, big game this one. I do apologise for the episode length, as I said. It's going to run long because 9-goal episodes, or 9-goal games tend to run long. So it's essentially the same team, a few changes for fatigued players. It's Zubazek in goal, it's Carrillo who comes in with Diaz, who comes in for Mosquera. He didn't play well, but he's match fatigued anyway, with Ortiz and Andia. Same midfield, we're going with Onkoi, Guaven and Karuga in midfield. It's this guy's name who I cannot pronounce, and I'm not even going to try because Perez didn't quite come up after his injury last game. Fry, we're going to give him a start down the left, and Cantoro, he goes up front. Alright, so we can see the way they're lining up. This seems to be the way that Peruvian teams play, doesn't it? So, yeah, it's a big game here. I'm wondering if we say, I expect a win. I expect a win. Sometimes you just need to tell players that you're going to win this game. So we'll see if that works. The one tactical change we did make for this one is because they're a more direct team, we're not counter-pressing. Now, given that we conceded 5 goals, that maybe that'll help, is just regrouping once we've lost the ball. But I don't think that many of their goals, maybe some of their goals were from counter-attacks or us losing possession. All week in training, it's been defensive work. We did do some work as well on defending and attacking set pieces and corners. So hopefully that'll pay off for us. I think we need to try and score goals. So if we have to get them from corners and set pieces for now, so be it. Though we did score, I thought we scored some good goals last game. We were 3-1 up and then we went up, we were 4. Oh, Karuga's injured. If there's one player right now I don't think we can afford to lose, it's probably him. We'll bring Mongolan on. He did well for us the first game. He's kind of dropped off a little bit since then, but he has the good passing range. He should be able to do an advanced playmaker, actually. So have faith in him to make the difference. And hopefully this injury isn't potential lower leg. I always think broken leg as soon as I see that. Come on, boys, get creative here. Here goes Carrillo out for Fry, in for Mongolan. Oh, I thought that was going to get intercepted there. The one thing we do have in our favour is that we have played the sort of the top half of the table, and the Malgar game, they're down there with us. That's been their only win, but we're now playing teams that sort of look as though they're in the second half of the table. Look for your winger there. Look for your fullback. Oh, it was such a good overlapping run. Ortiz for Diaz. Diaz goes long. Can he pick out Fry? Fry knocks it on, but it's not there. It's back with Municipal. I couldn't I saw it, I just couldn't get my brain to say it then. The cross comes in, it is over the bar, that's fine, as Gus leaves the room. I don't know if that came up on the camera or not, but all the excitement of working the cat up. Alright, let's just see if we can get the half-time here, perhaps. Defensively, so far, you've got to say we look a lot better. Not much by way of highlights. Maybe we're going to equal out. Maybe this will be a really quick game and the episode will stay below half an hour anyway. I'm going to say unlucky. I'm going to try and be positive. We're going to get some passionate team talks going here. Some calm, you can do better for those that aren't particularly playing well. I'm wondering too, so if instead of just being calm all the time, if maybe some passionate pre-match team talks would work. I'm trying to not put pressure on them right now. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But, I mean, this is the first team talk where I've kind of said I expect to win. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's been so long since we've been in charge of a struggling team, hasn't it? I mean, we had... Oh, what a save from the keeper. Sort of our first year with Perceber, our first year up with Shenzhen. They were both difficult years, but we haven't, you get in the habit of being in charge of a good team and you kind of forget the struggle of taking over a new club. Let's get this away. No. We've moved up a position, even though we've conceded the goal. We'll give it a show some passion. We have worked on defending corners as well, as I said in training. We got the first ball away. Oh, it's a good finish, to be fair, isn't it? Curling in. What can we do to change things here? Suddenly they're playing well and we're not, and it's got a very familiar feel about it, doesn't it? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to counter-pressing, because I do wonder if we actually scored some goals on the back of that last game as well. So we'll do that. We'll give them another corner. Come on, boys. Remember your training? Well claimed by the goalkeeper. Now, surely that's not the highlight. Can we launch a counter-attack here? Or are we just going to give them a goal like we gave them a goal last game as well? Got rid there. Good to see. Fry can't win that ball. We should get to the second ball. We do, but again, it's coming straight back at us, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, we've got some problems here, guys. We really have got some problems. Good save from the keeper yet again. Let's try closing them down a little bit. Was it 20 minutes to go? Away. Headed clear, nicely done. Can Goiven launch a counter-attack here for us? The highlight may be going to continue here. Go on, Goiven. Go on, son. Oh, a bit unlucky there. I'm not sure if that ricocheted off the defender or off our own player there. Let's give it do we just say an encouragement? A get creative. Let's give it a get creative. We don't have many options on the bench here to change things. Let's go attacking. And now Goiven's injured. Oh, it's when it rains it pours, doesn't it? We're going to bring Chavez on for the winger because he hasn't played much and he's tired. We'll bring Avedo on here. Or Acevado, I guess you'd pronounce it. And that's our 3 subs done then, isn't it? Yeah, that is... Or do we? Actually, you know what? Given that we need to chase this game anyway. Let's go to up top. We haven't tried it really yet, so we'll see how this goes. We can bring Onkoi up. With nothing to lose, it's in the title, isn't it? There's nothing to lose. Let's try as a poacher. And let's try just going... We are already more direct. Let's try taking it off, work the ball into the box. Let's try exploit the flanks as well, while we're experimenting here. And let's also try be more expressive. Faith in you, boys. We have faith. Or do we? I don't know. Alright, come on. Come on, let's go get this equalising goal. Otherwise, we start to look like we're going to get cut adrift at the bottom of the table. And it could be a very short stay in Peru. Come on, boys. 5 minutes. Can we get something? It doesn't look like it. What's frustrating me here is that last game we looked so good going forward and horribly defensively. This game we've looked looked bad. They've scored from a long-range effort from a corner. We haven't looked bad. This is a chance here, though. Can Fry pick up some at the back post? He can. It's got to be! Oh, it's an unconvincing finish, but the Muppet of the team, Edison Chavez, gets the equalising goal, and that is a nice counter-attacking goal, actually, to be fair to them. That was a really good counter-attacking goal. The two up top seems to have worked. Castro with a cracking ball out for Fry. And I thought Castro was going to get caught offside there. He didn't, and it's the worst finish you'll see this season. He's absolutely scuffed it, but he scuffed it into the bottom corner, and we'll take it. Can we go get a late winner now? We're more likely to concede, aren't we? This is probably it. Or can we? Can we go get something here? Can we go get something? No. Can we not concede? There we go. Oh, it's still there. No, Ortiz has got that. This should be it now. Ball over the top. It's looking more and more like an end-of-game highlight. Bit of pressure on the keeper. Nothing to be seen there. And, yeah, well, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. A thrilling goal fest that we've lost, and a scrappy... I don't understand this team. I don't understand. Maybe one game being at home, one game being away. We'll say unlucky. All right, now these injuries. Let's have a look here. Goiven, 2 months. We'll send you to a specialist. Oh, that hurts. And Karuga is 3 to 5 weeks. Oh, guys, it's just not happening for us, is it? So quick look at what that's done to the league table. We are still last. We're there or thereabouts, which is good. And we will be back tomorrow with hopefully a bit more success. Let me know what you think. It's just frustrating because, we were so good going forward and so bad defensively. In that game, I thought we were fine defensively. We just couldn't create anything. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll come back for the Alianza Lima game. That's a big one. That's a derby, actually. And then Universidad Technia, the Universidad. We'll come back for those two tomorrow. But until then, guys, open Aussie. If you have enjoyed that episode for whatever reason, it wasn't too bad. Make sure you hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Welcome to the channel. And ring the bell so you know when I upload new episodes. But until tomorrow, guys, open Aussie. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.